What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Onte, aka your host of Alpha Talk Podcast. I would like to welcome every single body that watches my podcast on YouTube, Facebook. Are you listening to it? Welcome to it. We are on episode 36, and it feels so good to be on episode 36. I just can't believe I made it this far doing it by myself and doing it this type of way of setup and stuff like that, even though it's taking me a minute to get the setup that I actually want. But welcome to the Alpha Talk Podcast, and I hope everyone's having a very wonderful day. It's a beautiful Sunday. Unfortunately, I gotta go to work, but it's all good for today. For today's episode, for episode 36, I have 3 topics for today, and we're just gonna go ahead and just hop right into it and go ahead and handle this stuff because I got 2 topics that I feel like is very important to people, like I always say. But for the 3 topics that we have today is number 1, never limit yourself. And what I mean by that is never limit yourself. And I want to lean towards more of the men than I want to say the women. Why is that? Is because a lot of men will limit themselves to talking to women. They will limit themselves to pursuing their goals, or they will limit themselves on only particularly talking to this one specific girl for so long, but that girl doesn't even want them or nothing to do with them like that. So what I mean by never limit yourself is just don't limit yourself to not being able to do things that you know for a fact that you're capable of doing. Everybody on this earth and everybody on this planet is capable of doing tremendous things, but it's all up to you and how you're gonna move. Are you gonna let yourself be limited, as in, like, are you gonna hop over the fence and go for the treasure, or are you going to stay behind the fence and be like, I'm a little bit nervous, or I'm a little bit scared, or I'm too comfortable to pursue the things I want to do. And the reason why I say I want to lean towards the men is because, like I said, a lot of young men right here, my age, or maybe even the older men out there, a lot of us like to limit ourselves, and we talk down on ourselves, and we don't try our best to pursue our things. Maybe it might be women. And I can give you a prime example. I mean, you can take notes on this and you can implement it with yourself. But what I mean by never limit yourself, for the men out there that's trying to pursue women, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like this. Like, if you was to look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a rating, what rating would you give yourself? It could be 1 out of 10, not no crazy number, but 1 out of 10. What rating would you give yourself if you looked in the mirror? If another person was looked at you, and what rating would that person give you? Just give yourself a specific rating. It could be a 5, it could be a 6, it could be a 7, it could be 8 or 9 or 10, or it could be a 1. Whatever it is that you feel like is your specific rating in your category. And now, what I mean by rating yourself is as in the way you dress, the way you look, the way you smell, the way you present yourself, like, all that counts. Like, all that stuff has to be taken in consideration in order for you to give yourself a rating. So, boom, bam. I'm looking in the mirror. I give myself a rating of a 6 or a 7. And to me, a 6 and a 7 is pretty much not... I feel like it's in the middle. You're improving yourself. You're doing better. And you're not, like, there yet. So, I mean... And I feel like the men out there who give themselves a rating between 5, 6, and a 7, I feel like personally, you should not be pursuing any women, because if you want the women that you want, they're more than likely going to be a rating between an 8, 9, or a 10. Now, it's the same thing with women. Now, if you were out and about with your boys, or you're out and about by yourself, and you see a woman, she looks good, she looks fine, maybe she's your type, maybe she's not, but you give her a rating. What would you give that rating? If you give her a rating between 8, 9, and 10 or above, then that means that this woman is obviously a high-class woman. She must look really good. She must smell good. Everything like that. She must be a boss lady. She don't even have to be a boss lady just because she's a 9 or 10. But still, like, either 9 or 10 is a specifically good, like, rating for someone, which means a woman between a rating between 9 and 10 is going to want to pursue a man who is a high value man. Now, if you're a 5, 6, or a 7, and you're trying to go pursue a girl who is a 9 out of 10, she's more than likely just not going to give you the time of day because you're just not up there yet with her scale of life. Most women who are up in that top bracket, they want high value men. They don't want an average man. So I feel like personally, for men, what I mean by never limit yourself, as in if you know for a fact you want to step your game up, you want to go pursue better women, good looking women like that, then that means that you need to go put in work on yourself. Like if you just got out of a bad relationship and something like that, then that means that you need to give yourself time and give yourself patience to better yourself and be better as a man in all the fields, not just one, but every single field. It could be even your sex game, like whatever it is. All that stuff has to be into place in order for you to date or be with high value people. So I mean, it's a process of elimination. It's like either you're gonna improve yourself to date better women, or you're just going to stay down and keep downgrading and downgrading and downgrading. So it's really up to you. I mean, it's the same way for men and women. I just say that I want to lean it more for men because there's a lot of men out here who actually want to pursue very good looking women, but they're too scared, or they limit themselves because they tell themselves that they can't, or they tell themselves that, she's a little bit too much for me and I don't need to go pursue her. But it's like, if you upgrade yourself and you do better for yourself and you just change the ways you are, give yourself that time to be unlimited instead of limit. Be unlimited. Be able to get off the chain and unleash all these unknown powers that you have to go pursue a high value woman, or to go pursue the job that you want, or to go pursue start a new business or whatever it is. Because men and women, we all limit ourselves on doing things that we know for a fact that we should be doing, or knowing for a fact that we should be improving ourselves. And a lot of people just like to limit themselves. Like me personally, it took me a very long time to understand that I shouldn't be limiting myself to moving to Austin, Texas. Like if I know for a fact I want to leave Dallas and I want to improve myself, then that means I need to put in the work and put in the effort to do better. Like if I know where I live right now, it's expensive. Like I'm not gonna say it's cheap. Like anywhere you move right now, it's gonna be expensive. I hate when people are like, oh, Austin's, yes, Austin's expensive, but anywhere you go is gonna be expensive. Done deal, boom, bam. But what I've been told and what I've been taught and what I've been teaching myself is that in order for me to live in this place, and in order for me to like live the lifestyle that I want to live for myself, I can't limit myself. I cannot limit myself. That means I have to step my game up, step my bread up, be consistent with whatever I'm doing, and stop limiting myself and being scared to improve myself as a man. As men, we have to do better for ourselves and stop limiting ourselves. Like if there's stuff that we want to go do, or if there's stuff that we want to improve, then we should go do that. Don't let anybody or a figure or I'm gonna be funny, but an insect or something like that to limit yourself. You should not never let anybody limit yourself. And that's what I'm truly learning for myself. It can be for women and it can be men. If somebody's either holding you back, or somebody's just doing this and that and a football bat, then I respectfully understand now that it's okay for that person to move around. Because maybe people are just getting tired of dealing with other situations, and sometimes people like to hold back other people, and that's understandable. Let's get it. And it's okay for that to happen, but at the end of the day, you cannot limit yourself throughout life. Like if there's something that you need to do to improve it, then do it. Like if there's somebody that's bothering you, that's been like you just been holding back so much anger and holding back so much stuff, then you should go pursue that and tell that person like, hey, look, cool, I'm not gonna let myself limit myself to telling you what I need to be done or telling you how I feel, because I'm a high value person now, and I'm not gonna let any of this stuff get to me. And a lot of people like to limit themselves. I mean, how many people do you know have held back themselves because they're just so limited to certain things that they do? It could be their daily habits. They're limited and holding themselves back because there's such certain things that they do every day, or their friends or whatever it is, they're holding them back. They're not letting them have that same exact power, same exact energy that they have, or being limitless to go do whatever it is that they want to go do, because people, they're scared. Everybody's scared to go do stuff that nobody wants them to do. So I mean, it's up to you. If you want to become that limitless, I don't know if I'm saying that, limitless, there we go, limitless person, and doing these daredevil things, I'm not saying in a bad way, but in a good way, then do it. Like, don't be scared to pursue and being limitless to the things that you want to go do. Like, and I really am learning this myself. Like, there's so much stuff like that I want to go do, so much stuff that I've never done before. But the fact is, I keep telling myself over and over again that you shouldn't go do this because you've never done it before. You don't know how it's gonna be. You don't never met nobody. Like, going to places by yourself, like eating by yourself, and all this stuff. Like, it makes you understand. Like, dang, I've been so limited to myself and not being able to let myself explore things and help myself as a human being. Not even a man or a woman, just like a human being. And understanding that as humans, we gotta be able to grow. We can't always just stay in the same exact spot for years and years and years. You gotta eventually grow. You know, you get older, so it's like, why would you want to be I'm 25 years old, so why would you want to be a 25-year-old who still has the same mindset as a person who's 18, who's just now getting out of high school? And there's a lot of people out there who literally know for a fact, like, you're just too old for this, but you're doing the same things that's going to get you in the wrong spot in your life. So why are you keep doing it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, a lot of things don't make any sense, but it's really up to us to become, as long as you start with yourself, other people shall follow you. Like, there's a lot of followers out there, and a lot of people want to be leaders but don't know how to be a leader. So what do? They follow you, and the more and more you out here spreading the positive message, the more and more you're moving in the right direction, the way you're being organic and all that stuff like that, like being real deal Holyfield and not sugarcoating anything. I promise you, a lot of people will look up to you and respect you a lot more because you're being 100. You're not being fake. You're being 100 with yourself, and you're being 100 with other people. Like, that's what I mean by never limit yourself for life. Like, never limit yourself. You should be able to go beyond the speed limit, the safe way, not the dangerous way. You should be able to go in any direction that you want. Like, it's all up to you at the end of the day. Like, never limit yourself to anything. Don't let nobody limit you. Don't let your animals limit you. Like, if there's something that needs to be done, do it. Like, if there's something that needs to be improved, do it. Like, a lot of people hear this message, but they don't actually do it. So it's like, when do you have time to actually work on yourself? When do you have, like I said, for the men out there and the women, but mainly for the men. But like I said, when are you going to give yourself time to improve yourself? When are you going to give yourself time to look in the mirror and understand, like, dang, I need to upgrade myself? And it doesn't have to be immediately like that. Like, it doesn't have to be within the next couple hours. It doesn't have to be within the next couple of days. Like, just give yourself time to improve. Give yourself time. It doesn't have to all happen like that. Like, it's going to take time to improve yourself. Like, everything's just not a rushing project. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a lifestyle. This is a life. This is something that you have to do every single day. Like, if there's something that you want to do, like if you're a bodybuilder, and let's say you go out of town somewhere and you're staying in a hotel, you don't got no groceries, you don't got nothing, but it's up to you behind closed doors. Nobody's watching you, nobody's doing nothing. It's up to you to make sure you eat right. It could be anything, salad or whatever. It's up to you behind closed doors. That's what I mean by never limit yourself. You limit yourself. If you know you want to be a successful bodybuilder, why would you go eat bad? You're limiting yourself from being the best version of a bodybuilder that you can. Limiting yourself, you just can't get nowhere if you're being stuck with yourself and being stuck up with yourself and don't want to improve or don't want to branch off to being better. That's what I mean by never limit yourself. That's as simple as it can get. That's as best as I can break it down. And a lot of people will understand this message as well as myself, who understand it throughout this whole life process, Mother Nature and stuff like that. It's the same thing. Like, being able to understand, like, you're capable of being the next Superman, and just having the mindset of thinking that you can be the next Superman. I promise you'll move in totally different ways. A lot of people and a lot of men move in a very disrespectful and disgusting way, and it shouldn't be like that. Like, you should want to be respected by everybody. I'm very big on respect, so I feel like everybody should be respected in a very nice way. Like, you should want to be respected by a lot of people. The more respect you have, the more you can do things in life and be able to have people that can help you improve if you need advice or anything like that. Like, it's all up to you at the end of the day. But that was for the first topic that we have. Never limit yourself at all. I went into deep thought about it. There's stuff that a lot of people don't want to hear, and I'm here to tell you that I'm going to tell you things that you should hear, regardless or not if you like it or not. Like, if you have any questions or concerns, I have a DM, comment section, whatever. Like, I want to be able to be more interactive with the people that listen to my podcast, because obviously my podcast is growing, so I feel like a lot of people should want to listen to what I have to say. So I hope everybody enjoys it. But with me speaking about I want other people to enjoy it, that goes into the second topic. For the second topic we have is save your energy. This is something that a lot of people have already been talking about on a daily basis. And what I mean by this is save your energy is like, if there's a girl that you want to talk to as a man, or if there's, however you roll, if there's somebody that you want to talk to, what I mean by save your energy is like, if that person is not giving you the time and the effort, or if they're not just showing you to being blank with you, they're just not doing the things that you would expect them to do, then what I mean is save your energy. Like, being able to understand that the person that you're either pursuing, or the job that you're pursuing, or whatever it is that you do, being able to understand, like, if this is not giving me the energy that I need, then I need to just save it for either the next person or anything like that. And truly, I'm starting to understand what this feels like, because it sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, if something isn't going the way that you need it to go, then you just need to save your energy either for the next person, or save your energy and reboot yourself. It can be for the same person. Like, I feel like people should give other people a second chance, but a lot of people don't really believe in that. So I mean, it is what it is. But what I mean by a lot of things is save your energy. Like, if you're not putting in, if it's something that doesn't make you happy, like I said in the last podcast last week, you're supposed to really just have fun with life. But like, if it's not giving the same exact energy that you were expecting, then you should save it. And I mean more for so as men who are looking to pursue women. Like, if that woman is not texting you, she's just blowing you off, she's not answering your calls, she don't want to go hang out with you, go on a date, go to dinner, or nothing like that, and you out here just like trying to go see her, trying to go do all this stuff, invite her on a date, and you're trying to go to Hurricane Harbor or whatever it is that you want to do, man. If that person's not giving the same energy as you, then you should not be putting it into that person, because you're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be wasting energy that you need to go do other things, energy that can uplift you to go put in work somewhere else, or someone else who actually cares. But a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand, like, having energy is important. Like, sitting there all day, every day, talking to somebody that you don't like, that you don't love, or that you don't care for, it's kind of pointless in talking to that person. But if you have love and you have respect and you care for that person, and you really deep down, like, really just like this person and want to be with them, then put as much energy as you can into that person. Like, just it doesn't matter what it is. It can be the most littlest things. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, texting a person good morning, calling them on the phone all day, every day, like, all that stuff counts as into, like, saving your energy. You saved your energy for the right person. You save that energy that you're putting into that person is gonna come back to you in a good way. Why? Is because that person cares for your energy. They want to sit there and recharge your boot for you, or they want to sit there and boost you up like Static Shock. Everybody knows Static Shock, but like, you know what I mean? Like, all this stuff counts. Like, you got to put your energy into something that's going to improve your life. Like, it could be a person, it could be reading books, it could be your podcast, it could be whatever it is. You have to put in the same exact energy that's putting out. Like, I'm very big on superstitious things and stuff like that. I'm a very weird person, but whatever, like that. Like, Mother Nature also puts out energy as well. Like, if you're out here doing bad things, clearly you're not going to get that same exact result that you expect. Like, you have to be able to save your energy and do things that people have the same energy for. Like, if you have a group of friends, they're not giving you the same energy that you thought they would give you, then you should save that energy and put it into something else that's going to make you be great as a person. Like, I'm truly understanding, like, not putting your energy into every single thing. Like, not everything matters. Like, everybody's different, you know. Like, I made a tweet, man. You can follow me on Twitter at YF I think underscore. I can't remember right now, but something like that. It might pop up. But what I said on energy is, on Twitter is, everybody's different, so do something different in your own life. Everybody's different. You cannot have the same exact energy as a professional athlete because they already been through it. They have already have this high energy like that. Like, so everybody lives a different life. So you should be able to put your energy into your own life. A lot of people like to put their energy into other people's life, other people's businesses, other people's relationships, other people's situations. But it's like, dang, bro, where's your energy at? Did you save your energy for yourself? No, you didn't. So you and yourself is more important than anybody else. Your energy is the only thing that you have that can give you that extra boost to go hard. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that stuff, and I don't understand like why so many people would rather put their energy into stuff that isn't going to benefit them but their own life. You'd be surprised how many people put in other energy that's not going to benefit them for their own life. Like, if you know for a fact you need to improve your business, you know for a fact that you need to improve your brand, you need to build a bigger brand and make them understand what you mean. Like, it's that simple. Like, being able to understand like your energy is important, and like this is a very, very true thing. It's the same thing like if you was to go running or if you was to go work out. What happens when you actually put in all that energy? Like, you're going hard, whatever it is, pre-workout, whatever, you're going hard. What happens when you put in all that energy? You're drained, you're exhausted, you want to go to sleep, all this stuff like that. So just imagine putting in your energy into arguing with somebody, or putting in your energy that you don't even care about this person, or you're arguing with somebody. What happens? You get drained, you get pissed, you get stressed out, and all that stuff. That's why it's important for you to save your energy and do things that's going to make you extremely happy. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. Save your energy for yourself and not putting your energy into something else. You're going to drain yourself out. You're going to get stressed out. All this stuff is coming into account for people. Like, just save your energy and put it into something that's going to be positive for your own life. It's that simple. Like, it's as simple as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it's just that simple, man. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to learn this. I'm starting to learn this as well. Being able to understand, like, being able to even understand the way you are and the way you move and the way your actions are, and being able to go back home or just think back to yourself and realize, like, dang, I messed up. Or dang, I'm doing this wrong. Or dang, I'm moving wrong. You're improving. Like, you're improving as a human being. You're improving as a man or a woman. Like, being able to understand and talk to yourself about stuff that you've already done or mistakes that you have done, man, it's wonderful. Like, you're improving. You're being able to understand the things that you're doing that isn't correct. So, I mean, shout out to the people out there that's understanding themselves and actually sit down and have a talk with themselves and understand, like, I'm doing this wrong. I need to be doing this, and I need to be moving like this. That's okay. Like, all that's cool, and cool, calm, and collect. For the third topic that we have for this episode, it's a pretty sad topic, but as you may know, for most of the people who listen to my podcast and most of the people who anywhere around the world, as you may know, the United States Army and stuff like that is in Afghanistan right now, dealing with the Taliban situation, because the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan after like a whole 2 decades, 20 years from now. So as you may know, as the most recent news, I would like to say, before I get into detail with the whole situation that happened on Thursday in Afghanistan, I would like to say rest in peace to all the soldiers that have fought out there that most recently died on Thursday. Big props to you. There's a lot of people in the United States that respect you and your family. So I really appreciate you guys, and I really want to say thank you for your service. And it's a very, very fucked up situation. I'm not going to get in very, very deep into detail about it, because getting deep into this is very emotional, or it's a hard topic to get emotional. I mean, it's a very hard topic to get into because there's just so much stuff that's going on right now, and like, it's just mind-blowing to me, like, how much stuff is happening right now just across the world, not even the United States, like, dealing with our president, dealing with Taliban issues. Like, we have people, U.S. troops dying. They're not trying to bring them home till like the 31st. Like, so I mean, it's just so much stuff going on, and like being able to like sit back and like do your research and like sit back from afar, because as you may know, I have a couple episodes ago where I said that I was going to either take a break. I was going to take a break from politics for a bit and just step back and look at it from afar. So being able to look at all this stuff from afar and not engaging on stuff is it's really, really helped me out in a lot to understanding things in a different way. So I mean, as for the people out there that don't know what's going on, or for the people out there who don't care, whatever, there was an incident that happened on Thursday. I can't say the exact word for it, so I'm just gonna say in one of the airports in Afghanistan, we had U.S. troops there trying to handle the situation from the craziness that's been going on, because they've been trying to evacuate a lot of Afghanis from out there to go somewhere else. So it's been a lot crazy, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen videos, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen a lot of crazy stuff. But for the people out there that doesn't know, we've had 13 U.S. troops killed in a horrific suicide bombing situation that happened at one of the airports in Afghanistan. A lot of people have got injured, but from that point on, we had 13 U.S. troops that has passed away and died from a suicide bombing in Afghanistan. Over 100 Taliban. I mean, not Taliban. I'm saying it's confusing. Like over 100 Afghanis have gotten injured, as well as the 13 troops have passed away. For the people that don't know exactly the specific like meaning of everything, is there's 11 Marines, 1 Navy SEAL, and 1 Army soldier. There were 18 other people there, but they all got injured as well. They didn't pass away or anything like that, but they also got injured from the explosion. So yeah, there's 11 Marines, 1 Navy SEAL. 1 Navy soldier and 1 Army soldier that all have passed away within that whole entire situation. And it's so crazy to me, because I just knew like some crazy stuff was going to end up eventually starting to happen. And like, you know, we wanted our troops to get out of Afghanistan, and now they're back. So I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. We've been dealing with Afghanistan. Well, they've been dealing with themselves for over 20 years now. So I just personally feel like, my own opinion, I feel like we need to let them just figure it out. You know, we don't need to be having our troops there. As you may know, already has happened. We've had soldiers die, and they haven't. Now they're saying that this is the most lethalest death that has ever seen since 2011, I think. Yeah, 2011. Other than that, they have not seen anything crazy like this, or that many soldiers have died all at once in an explosion. So it's so mind-blowing to me, because we brought them home, now we're bringing them back. So it's like, we need to bring our soldiers home and be very well taken care of. And they don't need to be dealing with that. As you may know, this stuff is already happening. So it's so much crazy stuff that's happening. Just need to bring our troops home, man, and figure out another way to deal with this. Or maybe they can deal with it on their own, because it's just some crazy stuff that they have going on by themselves. And it's like, we don't have time to keep losing people over and over again. Mr. Joe Biden said that he was going to evacuate everybody from there on the 31st of August, which is in the next, I want to say the next 3 days. Three to 4 days from now, they're supposed to be getting evacuated from out of there. And hopefully things go the way it's supposed to go, because I really hope so, because it's absolutely just mind-blowing to me. But from that situation that happened on Thursday, the United States have striked back, which they strike back by. Now they're saying that the bombing happened from Islamic State, like ISIS, basically. They're saying that ISIS did it, which, I mean, it's not that hard to not to believe, but they're saying that ISIS has did this stuff, and I just feel like, man, it's crazy. So, and like I said, the United States is supposed to be one of the biggest bullies. We don't let people just do stuff like that. So the United States has retaliated back, which I think, from what I did my research on, they had a drone and they bombed one of the Islamic facilities, and they had 2 of the top leaders there that supposedly was the ones who planned the attack at the airport. So they confirmed that these 2 leaders have passed away, and from the bombing and stuff like that. So I mean, there's more stuff that's gonna happen from right now, but for right now, that's the only thing that's been going on so far. United States have clapped back with an explosion on them and on ISIS troops and stuff like that. So hopefully we figure out what the hell is going on. Doesn't seem like any of our presidential people is trying to figure out a situation on how to make this better. So like I said, this is a working process, and we should see what's going on, because I'm very big on military. I have family in the military. I was going to go to the military in high school, but I changed my mind. So it's pretty crazy. So we shall see how everything's go. Like I said, I want to say rest in peace to the soldiers out there that put in the work and that has passed away. And I want to say thank you to their families. Thank you to them everybody has passed away and stuff like that from the explosion. So hopefully we shall see what's going on with the whole Taliban issues with Afghanistan, and now there's ISIS in the picture. So we're gonna see where this leads. I'm just updating you guys on stuff that most people probably don't pay attention to or have no idea what's going on. So yeah, man, we shall see what happens with the United States. What's gonna happen? Either they get, and the saying is they're supposed to get evacuated on the 31st of April, which is the last day in the month. So like I said, we'll see, man. I hope you guys enjoyed my podcast. This is episode 36 for the people that don't know out there. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe and share. The YouTube channel is really growing, and I appreciate everybody right now that's subscribed and watch my videos and also like them. Thank you everybody that's watching on Facebook. Thank you everybody that listens on Spotify or Apple Music. I greatly appreciate every single body, man. It makes me so happy that all this stuff is so real to me right now, and it's all happening at once. So I really appreciate every single body that supports me. I will see you guys next week for episode 37. We're going to keep the ball rolling, man, staying consistent and doing the things that we got to do, man. So I appreciate every single body. Make sure you like I said. It's your boy Onte, and I'm out, and y'all have a blessed day.